nails, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Nicole. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for clicking on this video. Do consider hitting subscribe if you enjoy nail polish related content. I upload new videos every single week. I upload both indie, mainstream, and boutique nail polish brands. If you are in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? I hope everyone's having a fantastic week. So today's video is for the June polish pickup. I feel like every month when I record these videos, I'm in general shock that we've gone through yet another month because it feels like I just finished doing swatches for the previous month. So here we are on June, ready to go. So if you are new, Polish Pickup is a monthly indie collaboration featuring many different indie nail polish brands. So each month we have a chosen theme. Makers create limited edition products based on that theme, and that is Polish Pickup in a nutshell. I'll have more information down in the description box. Polish Pickup opens up on June 3rd for pre-order. Again, all that information down in the description box, as well as some of it is on the screen. So the theme for June is fairs and carnivals. I am very excited to share these with you all. As always, down in the description box, I will have links to the Polish Pickup website, links to their social media pages, links to my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post where I host all of my swatch photos. I don't know if I'm doing comparisons yet. If there are any polishes that I have that you all would like comparisons, let me know and I'll have them down on my blog post. If I get a lot of requests, I might even do a video for it. Kind of depends on how many I get. And also on my blog post, I have links to each of the individual makers' websites and social media pages over there. If you would like to support these makers outside the Polish Pickup window, I have links over there. Definitely check that out and support these fantastic makers. Now, let's just get into this video. First up, we have all Mixed Up Lacquers with You Spin Me Right Round. This polish was inspired by a Himalayan carnival ride, and it's described as being a deepened base with a blue/teal/purple shift, one magnetized and loaded with silver reflective glitters. It's priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 250 bottles. You Spin Me Right Round had a fantastic formula. The base was slightly on the thicker side of normal, but I found it applied very evenly and easily. It also magnetized very easily for me using both a bar magnet, which you are seeing, as well as a ring magnet that I use for my swatch photos. I did find that the magnetic pigment seemed to disperse rather quickly after magnetizing it. But after what it dispersed as you add top coat, it seems to stay that way for however long you're going to wear it for. I had this one on for like 24 hours, and what you're seeing in my swatch photos in the video is what I was seeing the day after I took the photos and everything. Reflective glitters do give this polish a little bit of texture. They were also very sparkly and looked fantastic in natural sunlight. So you might want 1 to 2 coats of top coat depending on personal preference. I used 1 coat of top coat for my swatches. Removal will be on the more difficult side if you try to scrub this one off. Well, it'll be messy. I don't know how difficult it'll be, but it would be definitely messy. I used a peel-off base coat and had no issues. Next up, we have Bees Knees Lacquer with Calamai. This was inspired by the Spring Court Festival in A Court of Thorn and Roses. The polish is described as being a black to red multichrome base with a green light reflective glitter. It's priced at $13.50 for 15 ml and has no cap. This polish had a really nice formula. It was on the thicker side of normal and it did start off fairly sheer, but I did not have any issues with application. I did find that I was able to reach full opacity in 2 coats. I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I was able to kind of zhuzh it around on the nail to reach full opacity. The multichrome was as described, as were the reflective glitters. I did find that I was able to see the green reflex in person. Unfortunately, when I brought this one outside in natural light, the sun disappeared, but you can still see hints of green on the nail. So I would say that this is going to be one of those reflective glitters that you'll be able to actually see the green reflex in person, because this one had kind of a greenish kind of tint to it, if you know what I mean. The reflective glitters will give this polish some significant texture. If you want it to be perfectly smooth, I would recommend doubling up on your top coat. Specifically, using a glitter smoothing top coat will give you an even smoother finish. Removal will be on the more messy/difficult side due to those glitters. I used a peel-off base coat and had no issues. Next up, we have Cameo Colors Lacquers with Flippin' on the Zipper. This polish was inspired by the owner Cameo's favorite carnival / fair ride, the Zipper, and is described as being a white curly base with a slight blue shimmer, full of blue metallic flakes, red metallic microflakes, small red hollow glitter, as well as silver hollow microflakes. It's priced at $11.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 105 bottles. Flippin' on the Zipper had a fantastic formula and a really great name. It did start off a little bit sheer, but it did reach full opacity in 3 coats. All of the components and doodads spread out very evenly and easily. The polish has a really, really, really pretty holographic sparkle to it. I found, like, in my indoor lighting, I wasn't seeing the holographic, and then I brought this outside into natural sunlight, and it was just like, bam, holographic. Before I read the description on this one, I thought for sure that this was a very pale blue base. I found in person it does look like a pale blue base polish. It also was screaming like 4th of July manicures to me. I swatched this polish in 3 coats plus both glossy and matte top coat. I don't see removal being overly difficult, but I also don't think it'll be very fun to scrub off. Next up, we have Cattail Nails with Stop the Ride. This polish was inspired by cotton candy and described as being a pink to clear thermal base with a aqua pink and purple color shifting flaky, as well as sunny colored multi shimmer. It's priced at $11 for 15 ml and has a cap of 250 bottles. So this polish had a really fantastic formula, slightly on the thicker side of normal, but around what I come to expect for like a flaky thermal polish. Thermal aspects started changing on me right away. I found the warm state in 3 coats had, it was like a very, very, very pale white color. And then the cold state was like a very vibrant, almost neon type of pink. The flakies all spread out very evenly and easily without giving off any texture. I did get out a couple of the larger ones, which I always personally enjoy, and the larger flakies do not give this polish any texture at all. So you will have some obvious visible nail line with this polish in the warm state. In the cold state, you will reach full opacity. If you don't mind obvious visible nail line, this polish will be passable in 2 coats. But if you want the cold state to reach full opacity, this will be a 3-coater. Nothing in here will dry down textured and removal will not be overly difficult, and I had no issues with staining. Next up, we have Crystal Knockout with Dance Electric. Dance Electric was inspired by the Electric Daisy Carnival and is described as being a black to turquoise thermal base with holographic glitter in teal purple, silver blue, and matte dot glitters in neon pink, green, and orange. This polish also glows blue-green in the dark. It's priced at $11 for 15 ml, and I believe it has no cap. Dance Electric had a good formula. It was on the thicker side of normal, but I did not have any application issues. This polish has like a ton of glitter in it, so that was not overly surprising. I did not need to hold the bottle upside down or do anything special to get all of those glitters out on the nail. So this one does glow in the dark. When I did my swatch photos, I did not know that it glowed in the dark. What you're seeing here is just me charging it up really quick with a blacklight flashlight, and it did in fact glow in the dark. The thermal aspect in here started changing on me right away. I would say in person, I would say that the warm state is like a turquoisey aqua, and the cold state is a very, very dark gray that is basically black for all intents and purposes. So I swatched this one in 3 coats. I think it could potentially be a 2-coater depending on your nail length and personal preference. For 100% opacity, I would say it's going to be a 3-coater. If you don't mind visible nail line, it'll be passable in 2 coats. The glitters do give this one quite a bit of texture, so you will want to use a glitter smoothing top coat or double up on your quick dry top coat just to make that perfectly smooth. This will also be on the more difficult side if you try to scrub this one off. I used a peel-off base coat and I had no issues. Next up is Fair Maiden Polish with Don't Just Fly, Soar. This polish was inspired by the movie Dumbo and is described as being a blue-hued, smoky gray polish packed with a red/orange shifting shimmer as well as reflective glitter. It's priced at $12 for 15 ml and has no cap. Don't Just Fly Soar had a fantastic formula. The base did not feel overly thick at all despite having like a ton of reflective glitter in it. I did not have any application issues. So I think this one will likely be a solid 3-coater. I found in 2 coats, it was still a little uneven. So to get the most opacity, you will definitely want to wear this one in 3 coats. I found the shimmer was very strong and very glowy. It was definitely like a strong reddish orange. It was a little bit fiery. I kind of feel like I was seeing like a hint of yellow, and paired with that bluish base, it had like just like a smidgen of greenish kind of look to it. The reflective glitters in here were not as textured as I was expecting. I only needed 1 coat for my swatches. I think you might want 1 to 2 coats of top coat depending on your top coat and personal preferences. Removal on this one is going to be on the more messy side if you try to scrub it off. Next up, we have Hearts and Promises with Root Beer Float. This polish was inspired by root beer floats and is described as being a brown jelly base with a red to gold to green shifting shimmer. It's priced at $13 for 15 ml and has a cap of 300 bottles. Root Beer Float had a really beautiful jelly formula. It does start off very sheer and uneven, so you will definitely want to build this one up for the most opacity. I did find that even in 3 coats, I did still have some pretty obvious visible nail line. I ended up also doing a swatch on my thumbnail with this one in 1 coat over a brown creme polish. I actually really like this as a topper. I wasn't too sure on it. So the shimmer effect in here has like a very unicorn pea kind of vibes with that red gold green. I found that the base color was a really funny, I don't mean funny about, I mean funny in the sense that it was like it was somewhere between a red and a brown. It was a really interesting color that kind of screamed fall to me, but I kind of was digging it at the same time. I particularly really like this one with a matte top coat. So yeah, my only complaint is that I do wish it was a bit more opaque, but I do really like it as a topper and I like it with a matte top coat. I had no issues on removal and no problems with staining. And now we have Heather's Hues with Shake Your Tail Feathers. This polish was inspired by the Carnival at Trinidad and Tobago and is described as being a white curly base with a hot pink to gold shimmer and filled with a mix of glitters and flakies in purples, pinks, and golds. It's priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has no cap. Shake Your Tail Feathers had a fantastic formula. When I tell you my level of excitement for this one was high, it was high. If you need to know one thing about me, white glitter crellies are always going to be a favorite for me. So this one, I was just very, very excited, especially since there was pink, gold, and purple in 1 polish. So the base did not feel overly thick at all despite having like a ton of glitter in it. I did not need to hold the bottle upside down or do any glitter placement to get all those glitters out on the nail. They do dry with some texture, so you might want to use a glitter smoothing top coat. I did use one, but I can't say for sure if it was 100% necessary. There's also a very delicate pink to gold shimmer in here. I want to say that the glitters are basically the star of the show, but when you really look at it close up, you can see that very nice, subtle, like shimmery effect in there. I thought this was going to be a 2-coater on me, but I did find that it dried down slightly more sheer than it applied, so it ended up being a 3-coater for full opacity. If you don't mind obvious visible nail line, it'll be passable in 2 coats though. As I mentioned, this one did have a ton of glitter in it, so I did use a glitter smoothing top coat with it. Removal on here is going to be on the more difficult side, especially if you try to scrub this one off, soak it off, or wear a peel off base coat. So for polish pickup, I also have a couple of non-nail polish items. The first one that I have is by Heather's Hues. This is her Tone It Down Acetone Additive. This one is in the scent Blue Ribbon Pie. It is inspired by county fairs that always have the best food, specifically the pie eating contest. The scent description on this one is a rich mix of sweet blueberries, Concord grapes, lemon, ripe raspberry, juicy blackberries, lingonberry, wild strawberry, and turbinado sugar. It's priced at $6.75 for 1 ounce and has a cap of 100 bottles. I swatch 5 days a week, use sometimes 6 days a week, and that is a lot on a girl's nails. It's on anyone's nails. And for all of my swatching when I'm dealing with acetone, I've got Heather's Hues acetone additive added to my acetone. This jar with swatching 5 to 6 days a week, this little thing lasts me about a month. For my swatches, I tend to do somewhere between 4 and 10 swatches a day, and so I go through quite a lot of acetone. This 1 ounce amount is enough for me for about 16 ounces of acetone. So basically when you get it, it will come off pictures. It comes separated, and you just kind of give it a little shake so that it looks like this. Let's zoom in a little. Don't focus on me. It looks like this when it's all shaken up, and then you just kind of pour half of it into somewhere between 6 to 8 ounces of acetone, depending on how moisturizing you want it. So the more of this you use in, say, like 6 to 8 ounces of acetone, it will be very nourishing so that your hands don't get like chalky and white like mine are right now because I forgot to put on lotion. So for me personally, so I meant to say that I use half of one of these little containers in about 8 ounces of acetone in a pump bottle. If you don't have an acetone pump bottle and you just use like a dapping dish, you can also just kind of drop little droplets of it into the dapping dish. I did find that the bottle for this one, it's kind of firm, so it's not the easiest to squeeze. You can. It's squeezable, but like my hands are weak, so I'm not great at squeeze. So I just shake it and dump. I don't drop, but that is an option if that's what you want to do. As far as the scent on this one, for my nose, I'm definitely picking up berry. A lot of berry in this one. It's very fruity, but it's not overly sweet in my personal opinion. It's not like sickly sweet. It's just very fruity smelling, which I love. Next up, we have Jior Couture with The Forgotten Fair. This polish was inspired by the Chesterfield County Colored Farmers Fair, and it's described as being a sky blue, cold reactive, subtle thermal shift with hollow copper microglitter, bronze microglitter, and reflective glitter. It's priced at $13.50 for 12 ml, and I think it has no cap. This polish had a pretty good formula. The thermal part actually died in transit. It was traveling during that heat wave the East Coast had and ended up sitting on my porch at 90-degree weather for almost a whole day. So it died. So I can't really speak on the thermal aspect. Based on the swatch photos that I have seen, it looks like it died in the warm state. So the warm state is going to be very sheer. The reflective glitter in this polish are super sparkly though. And I was very surprised that I only needed 1 coat of top coat to completely smooth this one out. Removal will be on the more messy side if you try to scrub this one off. Next up is KBShimmer with Fairest One of All. KBShimmer was inspired by the Minnesota State Fair, and this polish is described as being a deepened navy jelly loaded with a rainbow of color-shifting iridescent flakes. It also has green reflective glitter. It's priced at $11.50 for 15 ml and has no cap. Fairest One of All had a really nice formula. It was very much on the thick side. If you have tried any of KBShimmer's reflective glitter polishes, this is that level of thickness as well as that level of texture. You will definitely want to wear a glitter smoothing top coat to smooth this one out. I use the KBShimmer Smooth Moves one, which I use for all of my swatches for this video. I will say that the thickness does make this polish opaque in 2 coats. I only needed 2 coats to get complete coverage. I will say I had a harder time showing the green reflective glitters in here. I really wish that it wasn't raining when I swatched it so I could bring it out in natural light. So I can't speak on how easy it will be to see the green reflective glitter, but I can say it's going to be very reflective, whatever color it is that you do end up seeing in person. Removal on this polish is going to be very difficult. Do not try to scrub this one off. You will be very sad and disappointed in your life choices. Next up, we have KBShimmer with their Sugar Scrub in Watermelon Sugar. KBShimmer was inspired by Sweet Summer Goodies. The scent description for this one is, scent starts with a sweet scent of cotton candy and vanilla. Notes of ripe, juicy watermelon and fresh picked strawberries bring a unique tartness and smooth sweetness to the scrub. KBShimmer does say if you enjoy their spun sugar or pink sugar scents, you will really enjoy this one. It is priced at $10 for 9.5 ounces and has no cap. So this is yet another product that I generally use on a regular basis. So this scent, I don't smell, I think I'm smelling the cotton candy. It smells like cotton candy with maybe the vanilla. To my nose, I wouldn't say it smells like watermelon. I would say it smells very sweet. Maybe the cotton candy and vanilla I'm getting. and something like with like a hint of fruitiness. It's more on the sweet side than just like flat out watermelon. So I was a little disappointed that it wasn't just like flat out watermelon, because that would have been like, I almost said bomb.com. You know, I'll just still say it would have been bomb.com if it smelled like watermelon, but it didn't, so no big. But yeah, I like the fragrance on this and I look forward to using it. Since I currently have 3 open jars hanging at my house, this is going in the refrigerator until like I whittle through my supply so I can actually use this one. If you did not know, for me personally, since I tend to hoard these quite a bit, when I'm not using one, I just store it in my refrigerator, just like that. And also, I do want to know, all of the KBShimmer sugar scrubs come with like a heat seal on the inside, so that way you shouldn't have any issues with leakage. And let's just get fancy and show you all. Look, this is what the scrub looks like after I use a little bit of it for my swatch photos. Next up, we have my indie polish with Haunted Mansion. This polish was inspired by a friend of Tanya's who reads minds at haunted houses. It's described as being a neon green jelly base with lots of color shifting metallic flakies as well as shimmer. It's priced at $13 for 15 ml and has a cap of 100 bottles. Haunted Mansion had a beautiful formula. It does start off very sheer, so you will definitely want to build this one up for the most opacity. This is a bright This is a bright neon green base, and since it is a neon, it will glow under black light. I found the flakies all spread very evenly and easily without giving off any texture. I did have one that kind of sticked off the side of my nail, but I just kind of tapped that back down and no issues. So I swatched this one in 3 coats. I will say I did do a thicker 3rd coat just to give it a bit more opacity. If you go in for very thin coats, it's not going to quite be that bright color that you see in the base. And this polish looks beautiful with a matte top coat. I just love this polish so much. And I did have some visible nail line with this one on the clear part of my nail, but not on my natural nail, and nothing in here will be difficult to remove and no issues with staining. Next up is Night Owl Lacquer with kind of a big wheel. This polish was inspired by being in the sky on a Ferris wheel and is described as being a bright blue base filled with a rainbow of iridescent color shifting flakes as well as a variety of white matte glitters. This polish also glows under black light. It's priced at $12.80 for 15 ml and has no cap. Kind of a Big Wheel had a fantastic jelly formula. I did not have any issues with this one. It was slightly on the thicker side, but not like thick and hard to deal with, just thick as in it has a lot going on inside of it. I did find that the blue base is a little bit on the more sheer side, so you want to build this one up for opacity. I found that the base itself doesn't become completely opaque, but between the flakies and the glitters, that hides your visible nail line, so you don't actually see like a visible nail line if you do 3 coats and have all those layers of the components. The flakies and glitters do give this polish a bit of texture. I was living dangerously, so I just did 1 thick coat of quick dry top coat, and that seemed to smooth this one out completely for me. I did not notice the polish feeling a bit more textured over time. I had this on for about a day and it still looked fantastic the next morning, which is what you're seeing here. The base color on this one is very bright. I would dare say it's neon-ish kind of bright levels. So nothing in here dries down like crazy textured. Removal is going to be on the more difficult side if you try to scrub this one off. I used a peel off base coat and I had no issues. Next up we have Restored by Polish with Horsin' Around. This polish was inspired by the childlike joy represented by the colorful carousel horses at fairs and carnivals. It's described as being a hollow base filled with a multicolor shifting flake as well as black shreds, black and hollow microflakes, and pink hex glitters. It's priced at $12.50 for 13 ml and has a cap of 100 bottles. So this polish had a really beautiful formula. It does start off fairly sheer, so you'll want to build it up for the most opacity. The brand does state that this can also be used as a topper, which you are seeing here over First Light by Night Owl Lacquer. Personally, I am torn whether or not I like it better as a topper or as like 3 coats on its own. like both ways look really, really, really beautiful. So I really don't know. But I will say in 3 coats, you do get pretty good coverage. But if you look for your nail line, you will see it if you have longer nails. This polish is going to be one of those you walk outside and you're just like, ah, my eyes, because like it's just that holographic. It's really, really something in person. Everything spreads up very evenly and easily. The black shreds do seem to sink a little in the base. Depending on how many you want to get out on your nail, I did find that holding the bottle upside down did get me more of those flakes out on the nail, but it wasn't like necessary. You still got a good amount on the nail without having to do anything special. This polish does not dry down, super textured, so 1 coat of top coat smoothed it out perfectly for me. And this will not be overly difficult to remove, but I wouldn't suggest scrubbing it off anyway. Next up is Sassy Sauce Polish with Spin Me Right Round Baby. This polish was inspired by a Mardi Gras shot of a mask, and it's described as being a golden red shimmer in a violet base with turquoise hollow micro glitter as well as reflective glitter. It's priced at $13 for 15 ml and has a cap of 500 bottles. This polish had a fantastic formula. The base did not feel overly thick at all despite having a ton of super sparkly glitter in it. I will say you want to build this one up for the most opacity as it starts out fairly sheer. Whether you build this one up in 3 coats or use it as a topper, it is mind-blowingly beautiful. I accidentally deleted some of my footage for this one, so all I have is this for outdoor shots and then my normal swatch photos. I am so sorry, but like this was like mind-blowingly beautiful in person. The shimmer was very strong. It did not show any brush strokes. The glitters did not dry down like super textured, so 1 coat of top coat smoothed them out completely. It was just so beautiful, and I am so mad at myself for deleting the footage because it was just really, really, really stunning. And the final polish I have to share is by Twisting Nether Lacquer, and it is called Shaved Ice. This polish was inspired by shaved ice and is described as being a white curly base with neon glitters and neon yellow stars. It's priced at $13.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 200 bottles. This polish had a fantastic formula. The base did not feel overly thick at all despite having a ton of glitter in it. I found all the glitter spread very evenly and easily. The brand will send a little baggie of star glitters for glitter placement, which you're seeing here. I did find that that was not 100% completely necessary as long as you give the polish a really good shake beforehand. But if you want, you can definitely do glitter placement for this. For my live swatch, I did add 2 of the star glitters, but you do get a nice amount out without having to fish for them or do like glitter placement. But like if someone sends me a bag of glitter, I kind of have to use it because I really love glitter and I have very poor self-control when it comes to glitter. I feel like someone is going to ask, but this is not a dupe for Starlight, which came out in last June's polish pickup. The glitter mixes in between the 2 polishes are different. So I decided to swatch this one in 3 coats. I found it did dry down just a tiny bit more sheer than it applied. So I used 3 coats. The glitters will give this polish significant texture, so I did also use a glitter smoothing top coat before going in with my quick dry top coat. Removal is going to be hellish, to be honest, if you try to scrub this one off. I used a peel off base coat or soak this polish off for the easiest removal. Alrighty, and so that is everything. Ooh, what did everyone think? Okay, let's play a little game. I would love to know what everyone's going to think I'm going to say is my top pick. Pause the video, down in the description box, tell me what you think my top pick is going to be before I say it. Because I feel like we know what it's going to be. Alrighty, so top picks in, is it in order? Yeah, let's just do it in order. Top picks in order. Number 1, we have Heather's Hues.
Surprise, mother.
So the reason why this one is my top pick this month is because I freaking love Heather's glitter crellies. Like we all know it's the same story all the time. Nicole loves Heather, but yes, I just love this glitter crelly. Like white glitter crellies in particular are like a guilty pleasure for me, and the fact that this one is pink, gold, and purple. Pink and gold, favorite combination. Pink and purple, favorite combination. Pink, purple, and gold together, like having hanging out, that is like a gold standard combination. And I just love this nail polish so much. So this one's going to be my top pick for that reason. My next top pick is going to be another white glitter crelly from another one of my favorite brands to get glitter crellies from, and that is Twisting Nether Lacquer. So I was so excited when I opened up my PR package from the brand and saw that she was doing a white crelly with neon glitters, and they were chunky glitters on top of that. I was super duper, like this level of excitement times 10. I was squeeing. I was really excited, plus there was candy in the package, so that was also a plus. So next top pick is it going to be a surprise? It's kind of a surprise, but not really. It's going to be the Sassy Sauce Polish. So this one, when in the bottle, I wasn't like, here, let me show you the bottle. I wasn't like super excited about it in the bottle. And then I got it out on the nail and it was just like the color shiftiness, the glitter. It was doing all the things for me. And then like over black. Yeah, this was just really, really stunning. I am so sorry that I accidentally deleted the footage for this one because like it was stunning. I almost re-swatched it to get the footage on the video, but like I'm running later than I would like, so I didn't do it. But yeah, freaking gorgeous, color shifty, it's beautiful. I loved it. Next top pick is going to be the My Indie Polish Haunted Mansion. This one's on here because neon greens are like I would say neon pink is like my favorite neon, followed by neon yellow and then neon green. But like neon green is just like, it's next level gorgeous, and I really, 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 really enjoyed this one. But yeah, anyway, if you did not know, My Indie Polish is closing up shop. So if you have not yet already checked out their Etsy, if you have not yet purchased a polish, I highly recommend this one, or checking out their Etsy page and grabbing All Things Fine if you also like glitter crellies. Like that is a next level glitter crelly, and I feel like I constantly talk about it, but like I'm honestly tempted to go buy a third bottle just because like I have a problem and because it's that pretty. Too much talking. Let's keep going. We're talking polish pickup. And the final top pick is going to be a surprise for me, and that is the Night Owl Lacquer. I liked this one, but I didn't think I liked it that much until I got it on my nail, and the color is nice, like the flakies and the glitters, like it just did something for me. And while I was wearing this one, like, I could not stop staring at my nails. So that's why this is on here. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of all the items for all of the items for polish pickup. Have you done your wish listing yet? The website just opened up today. Well, probably yesterday when this video goes up. But it is open for wish listing, so you can go check out everything. I don't know what I'm getting yet, other than I did see that the maker that always does cat toys has a lemon cat toy. And I swear to God, if you guys steal that from me before I can get that, I'm going to be really pissed off. We really like those cat toys in my house, so like, don't steal it from me. Let me get this cat toy. Thank you all so much for watching again. If you have not already hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Share this video with anyone who you think might enjoy the video or who might not, you know, just make them watch. It's so bad. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to you all in the next video. Since you all made it to the video, Sassy? Sassy? Oh, she's sleeping. I was going to show you all Sassy, but she's sleeping. And I don't want to wake her up because I've got another video to record. So, since you made it to the end of the video, I'm going to insert footage of our new puppy, Sassy. She is a border collie. She is 9 weeks old now. So yeah, thank you for watching and enjoy some footage of little Sassy. Bye! Sassy, I'm trying to get a video of you. Sassy, do you have anything to say? Just gonna eat some grass and leaves? Live your best life eating grass and leaves?